Q&A episode. I am one of your co-hosts, Coach Mack, the founding health coach of Running with Bacon, where I help women become their fittest and strongest selves one small step at a time. And I am joined by our other co-host, Renata.
Hello, everyone. It's Renata from Nourish with Renata, your intuitive nutrition coach. And I'm here to empower you to nourish your body, mind, and spirit.
And we are talking about nourishing today because we have a fantastic question. So a little background or context from where this question came about. I have a 3-month program called Fitter Faster. And the second month of the program, we talk about all things nutrition. And over the last few renditions of Fitter Faster, Renata has volunteered to be a guest expert and come in and speak with the women about nutrition. And she gives us all these amazing tips and strategies. And we love having her as a guest in the group. And we actually just had her, so Fitter Faster runs in the spring. We just had her as a guest expert and do her talk with us. And the question came up. We were talking about portion sizes and plates and how to fill your plate and things like that. And the question came up, okay, this is all fantastic information. How big should my plate be? Or how big should my plate be? Because we were talking about, portion sizes of protein and veggies, fiber, all this great stuff. And it was an amazing question that came up because I, for one, don't really think about it. I just use the plates that I have in my house. And I don't think about it any more than that, which I'm sure is the case for most people. But we all know portion sizes have pretty much gotten out of control. And I'm sure sizes of plates probably have gone way up too. So is that a question that is there a certain plate size? Do we need to go out and just get all new plates and take a tape measure to the store with us so that we're getting the perfect portion plates? Like, help us out here, Renata. What do we do?
Yes, so this is an amazing question because just like you said, plate sizes have changed so much. And so I did a little research on this. I love me some research. Yes. Back in the 50s and 60s, our plate sizes were around 8 to 9 inches in this longest, what's this called?
Diameter.
Thank you.
You got it.
Isn't it great that this plate also says eat?
Yes. I love that plate.
Perfect. So this is about an 8-inch in diameter plate. It's about the size of my head, if that helps for sizing. So this would be a kind of plate that you might use if you're having a snack or like big enough for a piece of toast, this kind of size, right? And so this is what most people were eating off of back in the 50s and 60s. Now, interestingly, fast forward that to the 80s, and that's when we start seeing another big increment in the diameter of plates. So this is more like a current dinner plate size. It's about 10.5 inches from the very outside edge to the other outside edge, but you can see that this has a bit of a rim. So when I measure this inside rim diameter, it's about 9 inches. So really interestingly, they're pretty similar in size, those last two plates, but we just have this additional rim, which makes it appear bigger. And that's more of a typical dinner plate size. Now, really interestingly, in recent years, so in the 2000s, we've seen plate sizes get astronomical. So we're looking at plate sizes that are like 12 inches in diameter. Yikes. I know, yeah. Right? Yeah. Now, why is all this important? As Mack so rightly said, this has to do a lot with portion sizes and creating that balanced plate. So you can totally imagine if you're looking at all the different size plates that you have, which I probably have like 4 different size plates in my house, right? Which one do you actually use to create a healthy portion for your balanced meal? And so generally speaking, we want to go back to this dinner sized plate. So this is about 10.5 inches max. And then, this smaller diameter here in the middle that's unrimmed. So we're looking at this size shape for most meals. And then obviously, when we talk about the balanced plate method, which you guys might be familiar with, we often look at filling up about half of our plate with our non-starchy veggies. We have about 1/4 for our protein. And then the last quarter is going to be our healthy fats and our starchy carbohydrates. So that could be rice or pasta, potatoes, that kind of thing. And so this hopefully makes it a little bit easier to visualize what your plate could look like if you want to create a balanced meal.
Love it. And I will say the psychology of this has been studied more than you would ever imagine. But even just how full your plate looks has an impact on how much you eat. And also, so like if, for example, your small plate example there, if it's like full and overflowing with food versus the big plate, and it just looks like, okay, this is a normal amount of food, all those little changes change the amount of food that we actually eat. So it is a true statement that we eat with our eyes first, and how much we eat changes with the size and our perception of how much food is on the plate. So I think that was, again, a really fantastic question. And it is pretty crazy how much portion sizes have increased, but it kind of makes sense. Our sizes have increased too. So there is a correlation there.
Yes, exactly. So keep that in mind. You don't have to bring a tape measure to the store because they will very often say what size plates that they have on the box or on the back sticker. And then also, keep in mind your portion sizes, whether it be a smaller plate that you're using or a somewhat larger plate. And also listen to your hunger cues, because they really can help you when you start understanding what a normal amount of fullness or like a comfortable fullness feels like as well.
Couldn't agree more. Well, thank you very much. We do not need to combine Home Depot and Bed Bath & Beyond. Actually, they're out of business now, but you know what I'm saying.
They are?
They are.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let's take a minute of silence.
But yes, you don't need to take your tool belt in to buy dishes. That's what we're saying. So just use your judgment about that dinner plate, healthy portion sizes. You can do it. It's not too complicated. We'll see you in the next question. Thanks for being here.